Are we good?
Sweet.
Cece, you stepped too close to the razor.
Oh my lord, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, gotta get ready for the next endeavor, man.
Mm,
Gotta get ready.
corporate.
Hey, Zeus had a beard.
Mm,
That is true. I don't think he made chicken though.
let's go. Everyone wants to talk about it. All right. Good to see everyone. Thank you guys for showing up. Andrew, good to see you. Sunflower, good to see you. Nick, good to see you. And yay, Minnie's made it. All right, this will be a quick show because we got a lot to pack in. I want to try to keep it under an hour, so we're just going to kind of go through a bunch of stuff really quick, but I'm glad to see everybody. We got two special guests. We got Robert Sutton.
Oh,
You guys probably know him as Toy Etiquette 40s.
not us.
What happened?
We're not special anymore, MC. We're not special anymore.
We're not special guests anymore. Damn.
You guys are mainstays. We're allowing other people to come in. You guys aren't guests. You guys don't even qualify for that. So yeah. But yep, we got two special guests. We're gonna have them on, of course, with our main guys. My main guys up here. So you guys are here. And then so they got to work on the Agent Gomez 75 project. And so they have their copies. We're going to kind of pick their brains, see what they think about it, go through probably some of the processes and stuff like that. But let's start the show. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Paige. Welcome to episode 217 of the Hangout, where we give you positive insight into a world of collecting. Very chilled and relaxed atmosphere. I say we because I'm joined by two of my special co-hosts, Mr. Cory Christopher and the TNCB new champion, Mr. Micheal freaking Cory.
Yeah.
I am the ultimate heel. I'm the ultimate heel.
You are.
Relish in that role. I love it.
You are. Yeah, it was a good one. I didn't see
Chair shot. 1, 2, 3.
Pretty much. I didn't see CC at all. I was like, oh man, he must be.
He was on early, and then I think 8:30 duty called, and he had to go.
Wow, stalker. Wow. See, he had scouting report on everyone.
Yeah.
Well, came out with a victory because he got it. So,
Yeah.
let me pull this up really quick. Tonight is a like I said, very quick show. Got some stuff to do, and I don't want to keep our guests waiting too long. Again, appreciate those guys. We'll get to meet them in a second. But tonight, just really no show foreplay. I had maybe one thing as far as like top cons with that, and then we'll just get into the biggest part of the news, which was
HasLab?
Oh yeah, I did see that. Choo, good to see you. I did see the HasLab, yeah. Thank you for sending the pictures. I want to squeeze those in, but I didn't know if we're gonna have time. Sorry. I should show more respect to the champ.
Labubu?
Yeah, Labubu. Does anybody know, is San Diego gonna have a Labubu exclusive?
I think Sawyer said they are. He's up on Labubu. He's in the know.
I need to talk to Sawyer then, I guess. I don't collect Labubu, but you know.
So funny.
Someone does.
That one coming.
Besides Sawyer.
Yeah. All right. So share screen. But no, seems like we had a blast from the past go up for pre-order today. So we'll be chatting about that. Dun, dun.
Yes. Let minis know I ordered a tangerine.
You did?
You did.
I did.
What? Did you pay a lot, CC?
No.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I have a second one I could take care of.
No, I did not.
Good. So your first female figure?
Yeah, not really the first one, but the first of certainly the newer bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a chance to mess with her yet?
No, it hasn't arrived yet. It has not arrived yet.
Be interesting to hear what you think about it. Because you said you have an older one?
Yeah, I've got some older female figures, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see how you what your opinion is on the improvements, or if it was an improvement.
Yeah.
This is the only show floor play I had, and I thought it was interesting because obviously it's going to coincide with some of the stuff that talk about. But tickets are now on sale for New York Comic Con. Yeah. Obviously San Diego's done unless you probably go the alternate route. But if you're planning on going to New York, that is home turf. Tickets are open for purchase. How much, Paige? This much. Pretty much $80 a day. VIP is sold out. And if you wanted for VIP in 4 days already sold out, but $80.
It's actually cheaper than what I thought.
Do you remember how much MegaCon was?
Sawyer was free because of his age. I think it was probably because I went on Thursday. I went on the cheap day when I saw you guys, the easy day, like less busy day. I think it was $50 maybe with parking because I paid for the good parking.
The wait list. Oh yeah, that was another thing. I didn't see this in the group, but in case you didn't know, Agent Gomez, which what we'll be talking about today, that has waitlisted. Yeah, it waitlisted a while ago. I know. Didn't say nothing, Wanted to see if anybody would, but I didn't see it. So there's your breaking news. If you're wondering about anybody that's going to be at New York, so far they got some pretty stacked guests there. Charlie Cox will be there. Ernie Hudson, Bryce Dallas Howard, bunch of comic. But I would highly recommend if you want to go to New York, because you live there, you just want to go. Make sure you go. So let's get started on Agent Gomez. So they put out a stop motion. Shout out to Alex. He always does phenomenal work. Why isn't that working? There you go. But he put out another stop motion trailer. I love this. Not for the reason you think.
Yeah.
Why is that, Paige? Do you care to share with the group?
No. I want to just skip over that. But one thing I really liked about this was I told him this. I felt like this was kind of like the very first Agent Gomez one he did. It had that feel to it, like the filter feel, the storyline. It was extended. Just some of the shots and everything that he did, but it just kind of felt like that in the Hazard Squad one, and it was just really cool. So, but this stop motion came up. Did you guys have any takes on that at all? Like what you guys thought about that, or?
I love that we had good voice acting in there.
Thank you, MC.
Yeah.
There you go.
I get 3 tap-ins also.
Okay. I will mark that down for you. Yeah.
Stuff that stood out. I mean, the look of Gomez right off the bat, the change, the flock fro. I heard the look was inspired by somebody else that's on the panel tonight.
Oh yeah. They sent out alert at 80%. Yeah, that's true. CC, did you have anything? I think I'm probably going to bring the guest.
I always love the stop motions by that guy. It's usually often my favorite part of these releases. He does great work. Great work.
Yeah, it seems rude just to keep these guys in the back. I'm going to bring them on. If that's okay with you guys, give me a thumb up if it's okay with you guys and bring it on. I don't want to just keep you guys back there in a holding pattern. Just jump in. You guys ready? Good? Okay, good. All right. So I was going to bring them on later, but it's kind of rude just to keep them back there. So tonight, tonight we have our 2 guests. I know you guys have seen their work. And if I mispronounce your name, I apologize. But we got Gabriel.
Hey.
Fit you in? Yeah. G. Balda? Balda?
Gabriel Balda. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invitation. It's an honor.
No, thank you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming on and sharing. And then we also have Robert Sutton.
How we doing?
Toyz, Rob. Oh, where's he at?
Paige, you want me to drop so you can slide them up to the beginning? Just re-add me.
No, because what I'm going to do is, let me find the comment. We'll do this. I
Paige
think
is
this
very
is
good about losing guests.
yeah. I am going
Don't
to
take it personal.
keep you here. We don't have this many guests. I think I did this once before, but I lost somebody, right? There you go. We'll just keep it like this for a second. Comments
that's
will
fine.
have to wait for a little bit. But yeah, thank you guys. These guys worked on the project, took fantastic shots.
Thank you so much.
You guys did great. Definitely want to talk about your process, and then also what you guys think about the figures. And you guys said that you were bringing them on, so I appreciate you guys taking time to do that.
Sure.
We were just talking about the stop motion, and then we were gonna move into kind of like the pre-order part. You guys were lucky you didn't have to go through that, right?
We did not.
Voice acting of that stop motion too.
Did you guys order even though you had it?
I did not.
Okay.
I was thinking about it for the comic, but I'm hoping that San Diego Comic Con has the comics. So let's see.
Yeah.
Mezco's taken a lot of my money lately, so I was happy to kind of sit this one out a little.
It helps to save, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So obviously this is going to be one of the first exclusives because again they said plural exclusive. So we already got one. In case you didn't know, they're going to be at San Diego.
Oh, no.
Gabriel is going to be there. Robert, are you going?
I wish I could. No, I can't. I usually only make it to a couple cons a year, and I already went to Toylanta, and then I'm planning on going to Legion's Con later in
Oh, nice. Yeah.
the year. Yeah.
Did you sign up for intern for a day? Did you try that?
I did sign up, but
Uh-huh.
who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, that's difficult. I also sign up. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
Hey, you signed up too, didn't you?
No.
No?
No, I didn't think that it would be good.
A bad look.
And yeah, not bad. Just
No, I get it.
you kind of like you're sitting there like, why is that guy here? And you're taking notes. It's like, I didn't want to be that guy, so I was like,
You deal with social anxiety if you get big. If not, you try and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I heard you get to take two. You get to take a +1, right?
Oh, really?
You do.
Yeah. So I mean, you could, and then I think also you can give your slot away. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I don't know the rules. I'm not Mythic Legions or anything like that. But but pregame for this, really quick. Something I went through. I always check my stuff. I don't know how you guys do it. I always check with the friends and everything else like that. And we kind of like talked about some stuff, make sure everybody was in line and everything else like that. Check points, right, MC? We checked that.
Mm-hmm.
See how many reward points we had. Oh, I had a thought really quick. I was going to run by all you guys and the chat. Wouldn't it be cool if you could take your reward points to conventions? And they had, they had some kind of connection with their database, but you could say, yeah, this is my name, this is my account. You verify it, and then you could use your reward points there. I mean, that would be cool, I think. But
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So
I get too impatient with reward points where I'll just go ahead and use them. Unfortunately. Thankfully, that saved me on the shadow a little bit. But
oh yeah, that was a big one too.
yeah.
But as I was going through, I was checking some different stuff, and this is not a plug or anything, but I've seen some of these figures come up in the group. People are still looking for this stuff, so if you want to go to Mezco, you can get it. Initially, I saw this. Someone said, "Oh, the Vortex Strike Suit is up." It's available site-wise, but you can't get it, if that makes sense. It doesn't show that it's waitlisted. I think it does when you hover over, but when you go to it, you can't add anything. So while I was looking at it, I was like, oh, well, let's see what else they got. So these are some of the figures that are available. They all popped back up. Some of them were waitlisted. I think one or two of them were kind of sold out. But if you need any of these figures, they are available. This show does not make any money off of it. I don't get anything off of it. This is just information for people. But if you're looking for any of these figures, you can get it, and then you'll get those points, like Robert was talking about. There was quite a bit, but you can go to the site and check that out. They also had some stuff that was shipping. 89 Batman is shipping. This is a rumor, but I heard that somebody got this and they said that the texture on the suit or the suit material was different than the one that they had before because they turned in the old one.
Really?
And they got it replaced because it's breaking down. That hasn't been verified by anybody, but I'm sure if you will see people getting this new one set. So, and a couple more. And then what else did we have? These are all things, like I said, it's on the site. You can go check it out really quick. Some cool stuff. And then this came up. I'm showing this because this was sold out for a while. And MC, you remember when you asked me how much shipping was?
Yeah.
And it was like $49. Well, this is the reason why. Because I grabbed two.
That's what you picked up. Okay.
Yeah, I grabbed two of them because I think these came in a plastic bag. I'm not too sure, but even if they were in a case, I didn't want to open it up. But that's the reason why mine. But this is available. It popped in, and it wasn't available for a while. So, and then we had our guy. Let's start with our guest. Thoughts about this when you first got it?
Robert, go and do the honors.
I hadn't traditionally been a Gomez collector. Mezco was like the last thing I think I'm like a lot of collectors where I started with like Star Wars figures and Hasbro and then kind of moved up to Mythic Legions and then Mezco, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't at first I didn't understand what Gomez kind of was, right? And I love a lot of Rumble Society. Like I've got all of the Nosferatus. I've got both of the. I've just got. I got both the Doc Knocks. I got a ton of them, right? And so this guy's kind of my first Gomez, and I absolutely love him. Gorgeous figure. I think this is the best coat. I think on any Mezco figure for me personally. And like I got a lot of the suited figures. I have, all the Dick Tracy figures. I've got, the Decapods. Like I love this coat. I love how it's wired. It poses so well. It's so great for photos. And like I said, I just he wasn't something I would have chosen for myself necessarily, but when they sent it and then I have it in hand and started taking he fit like a glove. Like I just think he's wonderful. I love, I'm an 80s kid, but like grew up watching Tarantino movies, and so Tarantino movies led me back to like 70s grindhouse stuff. I love blaxploitation films. I love like the Street Fighter and old martial arts movies, and like I said, this guy is just so up my alley. So when I started taking pics, it was just, like I was ready to take pics for this.
You did a good job, man. You did a good job. Quick question about the coat. I know you said that you think this is the best coat. It is that pleather material. Is it something that's different in terms of just, I don't know how to say it. Like you said, it makes it, is it better? So do you believe the material is better, or is it?
I do think the material's a little better on it. Like I have the blade figure, which is kind of, it's like, it's not quite as thick as that material is, and I just think it poses so well. Like the wire in this, and on the sides of the coat works really well, and it looks like he's standing in the wind, right? Like it just looks awesome. Mezco. The thing that really, really sticks for me with Mezco is how expressive they are as figures, right? And I just think it makes photos. I don't know, just it gives more emotion to photos. Like I recently picked up Duke, right? And the reason I love picking up because I have a bunch of GI Joe of the classified line, but man, I love these Mezcos because they've got those expressive faces, and it just makes makes your battle scenes more intense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this guy's just phenomenal because I don't know. I'm sorry. It's like I said. I'm able to get across what I want to get across in the photo.
Right.
That feeling and intensity. So yeah, I love him.
And the material of the code is softer than the pink skulls, I think, for comparison.
Mhm.
In
Wire.
terms of like the pleather part or the wire?
The leather part. The leather part is softer, so it's a little bit more easy to pose.
Nice.
I mean, it comes with this head, but definitely that's not the head that you want to use. You want to use the other one. Definitely, this is the head that you want to use.
Yeah. And so his little fro is flocked, huh?
Yeah. And also the mustache. You can see. So I'm kind of in the same position as Robert. When I started to collect Mezco, the first one that I got was Harley Quinn because I love Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
And it was impressive. And I keep seeing people getting the Gomez again and again. I was saying, I don't feel it so much until I got the first one. There was the Christmas one. I mean, it's pretty amazing. After that, I think the pick was the Union Gomez. And this one is really impressive. One of the things that I'm not totally sure if they have done before, but you can see that this bezel is rubber, and it's so much easier to take out the shoes. It doesn't come with extra shoes, but I imagine that in some point they're going to or put something, or probably you can use the vapor shoes and use it on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not totally sure. But the figure is impressive. And one of the best accessories that comes with this is, and again, I'm not totally sure if there is already a Gomez that does this, but the boombox, you can open it and you can take out the cassette tape. So if you see,
What is cassette tape?
let's see, it's a little bit difficult sometimes.
Sort of witchcraft is that?
You can open. You
I
can,
tried to explain
you
it
can
to
see.
clear what it was.
You can close, and then let's see if this is visible because you need to see the text.
Yeah, doesn't it say like ass trapping or something like that?
Ass tapping mix is what it says.
And the other one. This is the one that.
Yeah,
Nice.
you guys did a fantastic job. Everybody in the chat is saying that too. Like they love the photos and
It was so much fun. Robert did an amazing job. Ian was also working on this and did amazing work. And obviously, everyone that participated on this, then Micheal came the following day and he had 2 shots, but those were for all the shots
Totally epic. Yeah.
that I could have taken. So it was a really great job of everyone. And for me, I imagine that it's similar to everyone, but for me, it was a dream come true. This is the first time that I do this for Mezco. It was extremely amazing.
yeah, you've been doing so many really great photos, Robert. You too. I know I keep saying it, but man, you guys, oh gosh, and I appreciate you guys doing it because it shows not only the capability of the figures, but then also how all the creativity you guys put into that kind of stuff too.
Thank you.
What about my special co-host? What do you guys think?
I'm going to give a quick self-reference. So here,
Yeah, I saw that. The Studio 54. That was great.
Absolutely brilliant.
I
Absolutely.
did Studio 54, but then I got afraid of copyright and I changed the 4 for an A on digital, but originally it was a Studio 54 for real.
That was
Would they say anything about? I mean, that place has gone out of business, or is it? There's
Yes,
some kind of like
They
vintage
said
rights on it?
there was no problem, but and they told me it was okay, but then I checked and the copyright register, not for nightclubs, but I wanted to be sure. So
Yeah, you don't want to.
you never know.
Yeah, you really don't want to get in trouble with that.
That was awesome, though. The 54 throwback was.
So NYCC, what'd you guys think when this first came up? We got the promo pics. We'll talk about the other little things here in a little bit. This went up. Obviously, one thing that I was surprised about that got a little bit of traction, but not much, was the price point. Obviously, this went up a little bit more than what we're used to. Last couple of ones have been 116. This was 125. I'll go through the pictures and then you guys just shoot your shot. Tell me what you thought about this stuff.
CC?
Well, I mean, this was almost an automatic purchase, really. I don't know if I really had much of a choice with. I felt like I was targeted with this one.
You were targeted.
Yeah, I feel like I had no choice but to buy this one. I just couldn't. I could not buy this one. And he's loaded with the accessories. He appears to be, which are really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, most of the Gomez, it's the nice thing about them is they always give you a nice variety of accessories and things to use. So
Yeah.
it allows for a lot of flexibility. I'd like to know from the guys that already have him in hand, like in their opinion, like where does this rank among the other Gomez that they own?
Like I said, this is basically my first one. I do own the Red Eye Gomez, but I never took him out of package because he's worth a lot of money. But yeah, it's an incredible experience though. I absolutely love it.
It's difficult because it's a completely different team, and I will put it in the same rate as Union Gomez. That is one of my favorites. But it's difficult because it depends on what kind of ambient and what kind of story you want to tell. But man, the afro and the mustache is something that you have to have at least one of the heads.
Yeah, this got waitlisted. And like I said, there's a bunch of pictures with this. And then I want to talk about you guys' process, but then also, maybe dive a little bit deeper into this. This went up. This is going to be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, so everyone had a chance to get it now. And then you'll have a chance to get it at San Diego. More than likely, the price point is going to be a little bit higher, but that's because they bake in the taxes to it. So if you see numbers and stuff coming out of there and they're higher, don't freak out. And, they're trying to upcharge us. That seemed to be the theme for today. They're penny pinching everybody. And, these shots are great. Obviously, they were by D. I think one of the highlights, and then Rob and Gabriel, you guys can chime in on this. One of the things I saw was this. I'm glad you said something about the coat, but a lot of people said that this was a lot of reuse. And I love the Black Panther hoverboard, but when you do look at this, there's a couple of things that are different. From my eyes, like you showed, the boom box with the tape, we haven't got that. Inside, I don't know if you guys want to show that, but there's nice little surprises inside. And then, can you verify this for me? So the heads, I know probably one of them has the normal eye, but do either one of the heads have that hexagon pattern?
Yes, I think
I think so.
the two with the mustache have it. The other one I think is plain. So let me do a little trick here because it's going to be busy.
Yeah, and I'll put you on in a second. I'm not avoiding the chat, but there's a lot going on. So I want to make sure I give our guests here. We'll do this. I'll add you.
Okay, let's see. Let me know if you can. There you are.
So he does have that hexagon.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know I was pointing that out because I know obviously the head sculpt is going to be the same, but you're adding flock and everything. But this is the first time we've gotten this hexagon thing, these hexagon eyes. We were, if you look back at the solicitation with Hazard Squad Commander, we were supposed to get that with that figure, but I guess the production run changed and they gave us regular eyes. But you can go back and look at the solicitation, you'll see those eyes. But I wanted to point that out because I know, even though I would say 85% of this is reused parts, there are new parts. So you got the head, the jacket, which you guys talked about, right?
Mhm.
Is there anything else that you guys saw that was like a little bit different?
The connection at the bottom, I haven't seen in any other Gomez.
Or
Probably,
the-
probably we have that on the Vapors. I don't remember, to be honest, but I haven't seen it on Gomez.
Now, since that's a little bit softer, would you say that that gives you more ankle range, or?
Really, but to swap is going to be easier. I actually don't know if the reason the range is not so big is because it's a high boot. So
Yeah,
you
he has that sort of half boot.
yeah.
Oh, Rob, let me give you some time here, Rob.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on. Sorry.
Oh, it's all
There
right.
you go.
Yeah, he has that sort of half boot.
Oh, so the cut of the boot,
Mhm.
even though he has that soft point, it would probably restrict it still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why isn't there a roach hair pick? That was very PC. Yeah. We ain't found shit.
I don't know if you guys want to see. This is the inside of the boombox. Comes with the martini and the ray gun.
So it does come with the gun. I saw a lot of people
Yeah.
asking about that in the group. Like,
I initially couldn't find the gun, and I was like, "What's going on?" But yeah.
But I have seen that in other boomboxes. I don't know if they have the same accessories, but I have seen it before, I think.
oh,
Then, yeah.
I don't. I'm gonna add this really quick because in the solicitation, this was there, and I don't know if you guys can verify this or not. Obviously, there's some changes because you guys didn't get the comic, unfortunately, right? But with this little guy, is this little guy anywhere
No.
No.
in your packet?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Okay. So maybe that's something that they'll make or send out later. He makes a couple of little cameos, like right here. I can't zoom in too far, but he's right there. All right. So see, this is good. This is good information for everybody.
Probably
Yeah,
there's
the only little extra like that was the pigeon.
the
Oh yeah.
pigeon is
that-
there.
All right. So you guys got it. NYCC, you guys picked this up.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was a hard pass for me. So.
Oh.
Hey, Paige, DM me for a good deal.
Yeah.
No late tax.
Yeah. One question we had is the fro felt or sculpted
Is
for you guys?
but I think it's also sculpted below. I haven't touched it so much because you know how felt it is, and you don't want to do that much. But yeah, it definitely has some sculpting below, but it's definitely felt on top.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering about the eyes. The eyes look different on the pre-order one. Yeah. So these have the hexagon. Just going through some of these for you. So it's nice. The description said it's, but not under the accessories. Okay. Very excited in hand. Hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so I got this too. I used points, which I was really surprised because the whole process was pretty easy today. No glitches or anything. I thought this was gonna. I thought honestly this was gonna kind of snowball. You know, the site gets kind of backed up with a bunch of people trying to buy it all at the same time. It lasted quite a while. That's what she said. This is gonna be cool. I guess we all can get a little play party when this comes out.
He showed up fashionably late. I thought that was well done by Mezco.
Yeah, definitely.
And CC had a comment of the day in our chat.
I caught it. Very well done.
I
100.
was laughing at work out loud when I read CC's comment. like snorting. It was so bad.
I know, yeah.
I was dead. Everybody looked at me like nothing.
It was well played though.
Yeah.
Are those gold skull guys new? I don't think anything's been confirmed, but if you ask me, I would say something like, oh hey, good. Hope you're here, bud.
Well, the sculpting is not. I have this around here. So I imagine that it's the same, but golden. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Let me put this down so that I'm gonna cover your face. Sorry. There you go.
It looks like it's the gold skulls from the ninjas, the gold skull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's put on the Black Skull Death Brigade body.
Yeah.
The Death Brokers.
What is it? Yeah, showed up as non-stop action 2. Let's see here. Extra, no SDCC. What? Just going through some of the comments to catch up real quick. So yeah, we got this 125. They were also very, very good. Let me pull this down because I did make sure I showcased this. This is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and this is not going to be shipping until after the convention. I'm pausing for
the outrage. The outrage. How dare those people who are attending in person get theirs first?
I know.
People are going to love that.
They are, yeah.
They are loving
That's what
it
you
now,
would, yeah, that's what you would think. But I mean, like, that is, I wanted to make sure I said that because that's obviously going to be a little bit of a point of contention later because people are going to be getting this beforehand. And then I want to pull this up, and they made sure that they've been pretty good about how they've been advertising not only the convention but then also how they've been doing this and keeping. One thing that I did notice, they do have a comment, so you are going to get that. And Gabriel, if you're there, I'll make sure I get you one, man.
Oh, man, thank you.
They had this over the hover over. It says shipped after SDCC, just in case you didn't see it. And then also we had this in big red, like we talked about last year and the year before. This is going to ship after the con. And then they also had it in big red letters here. And then right when I did my purchase thing, it also says it here. So obviously this is shipping after SDCC. The one thing I did notice, and I think this is probably a little bit of the aftermath from all these all the exclusives from prior cons, is they didn't say how many weeks.
Right.
So,
Usually they're really quick with their own IPs. They don't take so long. The problem is when it's other IPs.
yeah, it's mainly like the shipping. People have tried to like. I'm glad it doesn't happen with this one, but been trying to like tell people it's business days. That's how they work. That they've always operated like that. Mm-hmm. But mainly it's the shipping part of this because people will say, "Yeah, they got this stuff at the con, but I'm still waiting for mine." I guess they kind of looked at that and said, "You know what? We'll just kind of get rid of the timetable for that, and it'll ship after the convention." So I mean, it's almost like we kind of shot ourselves in the foot because now you don't have any kind of like date. Do you think that was a good move or a bad move?
I mean, I do think it's good to set expectations for this sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we've all sat through a long shipping period for a Mezco figure before, so to try to nip this in the bud, I think at the beginning is probably a good thing.
Yeah, 100%. And as much as you can get waiting for a figure, when the figure arrives, everything changes. And I talk about the Batman 89. That was game changing, definitely.
Yeah, that one took a while. But what is it? That's a great point. This time the whole process was very smooth, nice, and able to get some images quick in box. Yeah, you had time to be able to. We talk about it all the time. Like, I just buy. I'm so busy doing other stuff. I just buy it. I'll look at the pictures when I'm screen capping it so I can send it all stuff out. But this process, there was not a lot of lag. I didn't see but it's kind of hard because that's almost like a setup because the last one was smooth and this one lasted quite a long time. You know, it's almost like you're setting the expectation for each one, but that's good because that's what you should be shooting for. People have time to look at the offering. People have time to input their reward points. Stuff like that. There was something else. So yeah, there isn't a shipping thing on this at all. And then overall, I think that this probably was pretty positive initially, but then of course, once everything kind of sets in, and to be fair to the show and the people who watch, you got to talk about the good, you got to talk about the bad, and reality sets in, and you kind of get the aftermath of it. Were there any things that you guys saw that were collector concerns with this pre-order? I mean, with this buy it now. Sorry.
I mean, just like you said, the price of it did go up $10 or something like $9, I guess, and then shipping costs seem to have gone up.
Mm-hmm.
So there were complaints that I saw.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, I hate to say it, that's just the time period we're living in right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they're baking sort of tariff fees into shipping or how you're not going to get an answer from Mezco on that. But it just kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Really difficult times.
According,
Huh?
I'm sorry. I was reading the comments. Sorry.
I was going to say the only thing that I'm concerned at this point is about the flock. It looks amazing, but usually flock start to fall with time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that's going to resist. I can see that if you use the figure a lot, probably you will need to be buying black flock to reflock the figure again after all the process.
So, do you have any of the other ones like Mosquatch or Vapor or anything like that?
I have the two Vapors. I try almost not to touch the head because of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the Mosquatch, so but this looks like it has much more than those two, so I don't know. Probably it's going to be fine. And this africado of mine that doesn't have anything to do with the quality of the product.
It's a little puffier.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. NYCC, anything that you guys saw, or did you avoid the internet today?
No, I saw the internet comments. I did go online to try and I was looking at a figure that I had seen that I was interested in, and I went to a place to purchase it. They had it in stock,
Mm-hmm.
and shipping was $25, and they said expected to arrive in 30 to 35 days.
Yikes!
So shipping is just high everywhere. And I had told you guys that I shipped a package to California, just regular priority. It was $28. Wasn't anything necessarily special or anything, So yeah, shipping just is what it is at this point. It's crazy. So that's just an evil we're gonna have to accept until they find a way to start teleporting our figures, which I'd sign up.
Yeah. Sorry about this layout. I'm trying to get where we can have comments and also see everybody. So yeah. MC.
No, I mean, we talked about a few of the comments on the internet today, but I didn't let it get to me. Like CC said, especially shipping, it is what it is. There's no matter what, people are gonna bitch and complain about it. So I just ignore it and figure it's part of the price of having fun. So I don't complain.
Yeah, I try to look at that stuff and as every customer or collector concern is legitimate. But I don't know, man. I was looking at it and I saw a bunch of people, and I don't know if it's because maybe people haven't bought consecutively to be able to see the price changes that have been happening. But it's kind of like what we talked about before. A lot of times, people will see stuff on the internet, and just because one person says it, it means it's true.
Mhm.
All I would recommend to you is there's a lot of people that do say those things. It takes 2 seconds to go to Google and look up some of this stuff. Because some of these, and I know I keep harping on it, but the more it gets talked about, the more that you'll see it. A lot of times, this stuff in the groups, it's just crazy. You got people talking about stuff that they don't know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And for me personally, I watching over the community, I care about it because you want the wellness of the community to be good. And if somebody has a legitimate complaint, like international collectors, totally get it. I seen some guy say he was going to pay $81 to have it shipped. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
Yeah, legitimate complaint. I totally get it. And then, like I said, I thought that people were gonna really flag the little price hike from 116 to the 125. There weren't a lot of people saying that, but the biggest thing was like shipping, and so $40 shipping next time. I hope the trend reverses. Yeah, the main thing that I saw, and the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because we talked about this last time, is that Mezco, there's what, 5 of us here? Do you guys know that Mezco and FedEx aren't the same company, correct?
Yeah.
I was told that Mezco owns stock in FedEx.
Oh, well, okay. So now it makes sense, and my point would be mute.
Yeah.
I from like some of the comments, I know some of this is trolling, but like I said, this does have an impact on the way people think and feel about something. We see it in media all the time. That's why I say just go to FedEx or go on Google and just broaden your horizons a little bit. I know that guy in the group, he comments a lot, or they comment a lot. They don't know what they're talking about. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because FedEx and Mezco, they're not the same company. They're not sitting at the table and saying, yeah, let's charge them $35 and I'll kick you back $20. I can say that, and you can say that I'm just a regular person spouting shit off like the other guy, right? So go to FedEx, right? And I'm going to put the link in the description below. Yeah, because it's a cited source, right? That's the people that are providing the delivery service. So FedEx found this today. Again, took me 2 minutes. Went to FedEx, and on their shipping site, not only do they tell you that they are charging you more, they're also telling you the changes that they're going to be making to dimensions, as well as weight, as well as prices, right? Oh, really quick, spoiler alert, there's a timeline. If you look at this timeline and you mirror it up to what we've been paying in shipping charges, it's weird. It's kind of a coincidence. Also, spoiler alert, if you're complaining about prices now and shipping, FedEx, this was July 14th, there's going to be more changes. August 18th, they're not even lying to you about it. They're telling you straight up. FedEx will use a new pricing structure for partial pickups occurring in the US and Canada. You can click on that link and it'll explain everything. So the prices are high now. Again, it's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. It's going to go up more. I also scanned through this page. I didn't see Mezco's affiliate links anywhere. So yes, this stuff, it's getting pricey for everybody. I totally get it. And everybody wants to blame somebody. But please, just take 2 seconds. It's going to save you a lot of frustration. You're still going to be mad. You're going to be paying for it. But at least you're not directing that anger to something that has nothing to do with it.
Right.
So, am I off on this? There's 5 of you. Let's go.
That's totally right.
No, yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there.
I think people are forgetting too that there's also the signature delivery that people are forgetting to add in when they do their little price quotes at home, thinking that they're going to beat the system. Then, like we discussed, it's shipping and handling. Mezco doesn't get free boxes to package stuff up. Anytime I mail something to CC, that's a box I paid for, and bubble wrap and printer labels. All that stuff is not free. It's costly.
Yeah, that's part of the handling. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm trying to get Gabriel in. He's the new MC right now. You're coming up my face.
No, you want? I'll drop down.
Mm-hmm. It's not just $30. And really quick, I'm showing this, but we've been piecing this out over multiple episodes. So this isn't something new for us, but it's probably new for other people. In episode 210, I think MC and I talked about this. And I don't want to beat this in the ground because we got guests and I want them to show the figure, but I think it's important. In 210, we talked about I took a package and I took it. I took a single. I took doubles. I had all that stuff. You remember that, MC? Mm-hmm. And I price checked it according to FedEx if I shipped it back to them. And I also priced it going to California. That's another thing. People get confused about that. They're like, my shipping is more. Well, where do you live at? Also, another thing people don't consider is, where is it coming from? This is an exclusive, but it might be coming from New York. You might be getting charged a bigger rate. Nobody knows where it's coming from. So New York people that are saying, I live down the block, they're going to be taking this to, let's say they took some with them, but most of it went to Washington. How do you know your shipment is not coming out of Washington? Everybody's very quick to jump on, I don't know why I'm paying more and this paying more. You know, you don't know where it's coming from. You just got to wait. But even if that's the case, FedEx shows you that those prices for everybody are going up. And something you're going to have to factor into your collecting. And somebody said, like, it's easy to quote from Mezco. And I saw a couple people do this too. Well, if I get it shipped from my house to here, just like I did, it's less. I mean, a lot of times people didn't add the signature on there. That's additional money too. Mm-hmm. All of this stuff, we don't want to beat it in. All this stuff is on the website. I mean, it's almost something that like people get riled up. And that's what I meant about the whole, everything seemed like it was very good for this release. It was timely, it was fast, it was easy. Pricing's a little bit, but everybody had an opportunity to get it. The rollout was pretty good. But there was that, it's always got to be something. You know, this is good, everything's great, website work, product is good. What can we complain about? Shipping. And you saw it just kind of like go down. So it's, you got to kind of like look at some of this stuff. And people are going to have to start making decisions, too, on how they do it. All right, enough lecturing. Sorry. These guys are like, why am I on this podcast? Show my figure.
No. Look, this is, it's something that I discuss also. I'm in those same Facebook groups, so in different chats and everything on Instagram. It just happens.
You have your own show, right? Like Geeked Out? Out? Make sure I put a link for that one, too. Yeah. I was on there. Great conversation.
You keep this discussion on this, and the only thing that comes to my head is how much is going to be the shipping for Mondo 1/6 scale figures.
Oh, God.
or for the 2-pack Ghostbusters.
Yeah, those Ghostbusters, they're not cheap. So, you know what? If they're not complaining about shipping, people complain about other things, though. You know what I mean? Like, I was watching a review of those new Mondo Ghostbusters, and someone was like, these should be $50. And I'm like, how did you come? That's just an arbitrary number that you came up with, you know?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, too. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. I'm talking now.
I was just asking a question about those Mondo Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Did they already do the pre-order for the other deluxe versions?
They did 3 already. They're missing
for
one.
Peter. For Peter and Egon, they have.
Yeah, Peter Egon
right
needs some too. Yeah.
I'm glad I missed those because the Boogeyman one might have got me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks awesome. I was a little miffed because they pushed back the release of Pinkman, and I was wanting to have one in hand before I pre-ordered the third one, but I guess I just go ahead and do it.
Halfway in, might as well go the rest of the way, right?
Yeah.
And really quick, last thing on it, because I was reading some of the comments. I'm not making light of the fact that people are paying, and that's not something that people are concerned with. You know, like I said, it's something that's going to have to be factored into your collecting. You know, it's an additional cost, and I'm not saying people are wrong for complaining about it at all. It just seems like some of the conversation gets geared more to it's like it's negative. It's not something that's part of the game that you're playing. You know, shipping costs have gone up.
Yeah.
And so do I want to pay more? No. I pay $49. I had someone tell me that I get free shit from them. And that's why I plug some of this stuff. And you guys know on this show, oh my God, I've gone through and edited my purchase history. I can count on probably two hands how much I've gotten from them free in 6 years. So it's not a plug for them because obviously it's not the same company. It's FedEx and it's Mezco. But even as a customer, I don't want to pay higher shipping, but I do understand that's part of the game. You know, but that's why we talked about it before. If this is an exclusive, so it's different. But if this is something, you take other things into consideration, like going through third parties or other companies. People have listed other things like Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store. If those items are available there, man, you know, you're going to have to start. What did our moms used to do? Like clipping coupons, virtual coupons, and doing it that way. You get it. And we've talked about that stuff on the show too, PayPal and forward, shopping at other places. But you just got to redirect some of that energy and say, how do I figure this out? Because as far as I know, they're not changing their carrier right now because UPS is more expensive. We did that too. So, you know, they don't go through Amazon. They don't do other stuff. And I think we beat that pirate ship notion out of the water. Nobody's going to use, major companies aren't going to use pirate ship. Otherwise, Hasbro would be using them. Other places would be using them. It's not reliable. It's not business savvy. It's not going to work. So you got to think of other ways to be careful. Let's talk about the figure. You guys want to showcase it more? Because that's what everybody came for.
Sure. What do you want?
Let's look at Gabe's picks because they're awesome.
They are. Let me pull them up on Instagram.
Watch yours first. I'm definitely. So, one thing that nobody has talked about is the pants. He has high weight pants. That
Let me give
really
you
amazing.
There we go. Would you say this is like the Black Skull's Death Brigade one, or
I don't have those. I will say that probably not, but again, I don't have the reference, so I wouldn't be able to say.
we do have a request for one of you. We do have a request for one of you guys, if you wouldn't mind showing the hoverboard, if that's cool.
Sure.
That's why they are $1 to 200.
Give me a second.
Oh wow! Oh wow! So it's neon green.
Yeah. Someone was asking if it was magnetic at some point, and I missed to say, but yeah, it definitely is magnetic.
Nice. Oh, you could probably use that for the Death Brokers too, huh?
Definitely.
There is no Afro pick, right?
Yeah, Afro.
So be careful with the fro heads, right?
Yeah. You can see here.
Do they make miniature Soul Glow bottles? I have so many ideas for this figure. It's ridiculous.
Afro scheme.
Rob, your time to shine, bud. Your time to shine. What do you want to show everybody?
Like I said, I've already shown this jacket. It's just gorgeous. I just love how it poses. It's great for the photos and stuff. I will say, without the coat, I don't know if I can get it off real quick.
Looks like that belt is wire too for the jacket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get this coat off real fast. He's got this sort of he's got the turtleneck look with the gun holster. Kind of reminds me of Roger Moore in Live and Let Die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I posted a kind of a fun pic today, like of him running over alligators, and that was my tribute to that. But yeah, I just love the look of him. He's a blast, and it's just a cool vibe.
And we are confirming he does have magnets for his feet for the hoverboard.
Yeah.
Articulation wise, compared to other figures, would you say that it's about the same? Would you say that there's more, or?
I mean, he's pretty great. He's got let me see. He's got a pretty nice ab crunch. You can get him in some pretty good poses. That double articulated legs and arms. I can't imagine a pose you'd want to get him in that you can't get him in.
The only problem is the boots, because they are high. It's a little bit more difficult to. But everything else is as excellent as all other Gomez.
I'm gonna try to do this to probably get us all on here while we're looking at MC's head.
Sorry.
No. I was playing around with the thing to see what, that way we can all pop up. Last question I have, and so I can hand it off to the guys. So with the soft goods that it has, and I know you guys said it had good range or anything like that, have you noticed anything where maybe some of the fabric has gotten into the joints and pinched or anything, or snags, pulls, or any kind of like QC issues that you would say people to look out for when they do ship these out after the con?
In particular,
I haven't noticed anything.
That's good.
Has been flawless. I have one complaint, but I know that that's going to happen. I tried to take the clothes out of this Gomez, and the shirt is under, and you cannot take it out unless you start to remove some seams.
Mm-hmm.
So for one of the pictures I took, what I did was to use other body because I really didn't want to mess up with the figure.
Yeah. Does he come with a groovy cool mojo? That drink looks like it's cool mojo. A question that was, does the pigeon clip into anything, or is there a hand, or is just a background prop? Is it kind of like the Hazard Squad Commander one?
Yeah, it's exactly the same, I think. I
Yeah.
think it's sculpting and everything. Let's see.
I was trying to pull up you guys' stuff really quick. I'm sorry, do you guys have questions? Uh-oh.
Somebody dropped her.
MCC and CC, did you guys have questions, or?
No, I think we covered most of it, honestly.
Yeah. Is this your first collaboration with a company for a promo?
It is.
Oh, it definitely mine. Yeah, it was. And Robert, I think.
Well, you guys definitely, it seemed like it was your first time. You guys did great shots.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
We love, well, I don't know, I love every step of the way. I think Robert, but what I see, the shots are amazing.
Rob, did you have any highlights? While I'm doing this, let me pull this up for you guys. Again, we're talking to Robert Sutton, Toy Aesthetics 40s, and then we're talking to Gabriel. I'm gonna pull up Gabe's stuff first.
Please do. 'Cause his stuff's amazing.
Let's see here. Let's add this. Both of you guys are. Not just saying that. I have I have select, people,
I don't know if you have noticed, I told this to Robert before, but he has a perfect eye for composition. Almost all his shots have perfect composition all the time. It doesn't matter what he does. When he does it, it's perfect. I don't know.
Well, Gabriel, we're looking at yours. This is not good. I don't understand. This should be way higher, honestly. Seriously. And here's some of your shots that you took. I loved it. This was fun. It's bright. Is that Studio 54?
Yeah, it was 54 and I put the A at the end.
I know.
Because basically the floor is an acrylic that I printed with the colors.
Mm-hmm.
And on the back, there is a TV and there's another acrylic with the doors. And with the TV, and the ball is actually real. It's a small disco ball that I found.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is great, man. You do really great work, and like I said, one of the things that I love your work, but look at that. This dude, I didn't see this one yet.
I'm trying to take the clothes out.
Mezco didn't want this one for the promo pics for some reason.
Why? Yeah, did you see that? Oh man. Sorry. We have some questions, and then if I skipped over it, please make sure you ask again. Let's see here. Where were we at? We did the pigeon one. There it is. Who's the coolest cat? Shaft, Jules. Oh man, so this is a group question. Who's the coolest cat? Shaft, Jules from Pulp Fiction, Black Dynamite, or Dolomite? Oh
man, that's tough.
Man, that is. I like Jules, man. He reminds me of CC anyway, so.
Jules.
Yeah. Of course, he's Sam Jack.
I just watched Shaft like last week, and it's so hard for me to not vote for Shaft.
Yeah, I'm also biased for Shaft.
So is that what you guys, when you guys are going through your process with this, and I know there's some questions about that too, and I know that there's certain things that you can talk about, but when you got this, obviously, you guys are excited, but your process, do you guys want to go through that while I go through some of your pictures?
Oh, sure. I personally, went back and watched some of those movies just to get some ideas and just the feeling that I wanted for those picks. I'm sure it was something similar for Gabe.
I went through. I went through a catalog of movies that could match this, and I created a story where the character don't remember all that happened. He only has like flashbacks of everything happening in his life, but he doesn't know the order. So you have things like Social Redemption, you have Pulp Fiction, you have reference to all that, but if you are watching the images, depending on the order that you put them, you will create a different story. For example, the last picture I took was the motorcycle one. If you put that at the beginning, you will see that is the shrimp guys, I don't remember the name. It's a revenge because his brother was killed by the Agent Gomez. And basically the whole story is a revenge story about that guy being the protagonist. But if you change the order, the story changes a little bit. So you see.
Oh, so it does follow kind of like a Pulp Fiction, format?
Exactly.
Which one is the motorcycle one you said?
Going that, and those right there. It's
the last one of this one. One more? That one. So you see that his brother got killed, so he wants revenge. And through most of the shots, you can see that he's on the back or he's lurking in some point.
Mm-hmm.
Also, to be honest, I didn't know that we were going to show the pictures on Monday. I thought it was Tuesday. My initial idea was to show a picture of Tangerine receiving an invitation by the agent to go to the disco, and then the next day follow the story. But it was kind of a rush, and then everything came the same day.
Oh, and then he's in prison. Is this like a Shawshank Redemption
If you can
reference?
see the floor,
Oh yeah.
there is a spoon and the dirt. He's carving below that poster.
Mm-hmm. Love it, man. That is so cool. Like you did it, you know, if you looked at him and I did see a lot of people ask what this was. And
That's from Conan.
yeah, I didn't say anything. I was like, I know of it. But like I heard a lot of people ask, they were like, what's that with that? Is this a tease? And oh yeah. It was great, man. Were you nervous when you got this?
Absolutely. I still at this point, I feel like I mean, the amazing job that Robert and everyone did, I feel like I'm happy to be part of this, but I still don't feel worthy. So, but I was really happy with the whole process and being able to do this.
Rob, I'm gonna do your shots next and go over your stuff. Another question was, how long do you guys get to come up with your shots? Weeks, days?
We've had like a week.
It's not a lot of time. That's... You guys probably had stuff, right? Like already anything. Like you guys have all your builds and everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have dials ready to go, and like I was lucky, like I said, because I like doing crime photos and noir photos anyway. You know, I do a lot of Dick Tracy, and I had just gotten the Shadow, so I'd done a bunch of those shots. So it was easy to kind of like put Gomez into that mold.
Oh man, you're lucky. I don't have a space to save dials, so most of the shots that I do are one and only, or combination of stuff that I have stored and I can combine to do something like that. I don't think Studio 54 is going to be used, at least not in a...
Well, you guys, a lot of that inspired a lot of people to do certain things with theirs. Minnie's loved your tangerine shot. Robert, like with yours, here's your stuff.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna put both of these guys' Instagram, stuff like that. I appreciate Gabriel, you doing that unboxing that you had. That was really cool because you got to see.
That was Anthony. Toy told me you should do an unboxing. I was like, well, I usually don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let me try. And man, the sound effects I did because I was really excited. It was no point.
Yeah. Did you have to sign an NDA? How hard was it to keep your yaps shut?
Yes, I did have to sign an NDA.
It was really hard. And yes, definitely.
Yeah. It's like you have a really cool secret that you want to tell people, especially when you've got, you know, lots of toy friends you're talking to all the time. And yeah, it was really fun. But not as fun to keep that secret also.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm a braggart also, so
but also you feel like it's special. The fact that you have to hide it, you feel like it's something that eventually you're going to release and everyone is going to be happy about it. I went at least 1,000 times through the Tangerine picture because I didn't want to reveal anything. I wanted to show everything I wanted to start the conversation with that picture, but I didn't want to show that was Agent Gomez. I didn't want to do and even after pushing it, I was expecting for Mezco to tell something and for me to take it back in any point, but it didn't happen. So.
Like my point of reference are basically just like, you know, like I said, I grew up going to video stores and looking at VHS covers and old posters and stuff. And I said, I've got the Shaft posters in the background there that I printed out.
I saw that, like there, yeah. And you printed out like paper and stuff like that.
Those posters look so realistic. I thought that
And then
was
this one's, yeah, like I said, my Live and Let Die shot.
Jaws, nice little 50 reference there.
I just wanted to try posters. I found were the best way to like evoke the time period that I was trying to go for, and so I tried. Yeah, I said Jaws came out in '75, so
Those are really good.
you had to get a tangerine shot, right?
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people since this has come out. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I got to go back and pick her up," and I'm like, "Oof, good luck with that."
I know, right?
This is cool too. I like this.
Thank you.
It's good. Yeah, so please make sure you check these guys out. Great stuff. MC and CC, do you guys have any questions? Real quick question: how's your Batman holding up?
Doing pretty good, man. I use him, and then I put him back in a very mundane pose, and then put him back in the box. So, and I keep that little silica pack in there with him. So, no problems yet.
I haven't opened it in a year. I'm afraid to do it.
Oh, this is funny. Pee-wee. MCCC, you guys got questions or?
Did you guys know that you both had the figure, or was it totally secret?
I didn't know until Gabe put up that tease on Monday, and then I figured it out.
He got the idea.
And I was so excited because, like I said, Gabe's like my favorite photographer. So the fact that I was going to be able to debut this with him really meant a lot to me.
Did you read the comments at White
It was something to me like, "Hey, do you have one figure that nobody knows about?" So I was like, "Maybe, do you?"
Neither of us wanted to get in trouble by breaking that NDA, but I was trying to throw a little hint at him.
Yeah, though. I've seen it happen. They'll catch you. That's the last thing you want to do. Is like, you get something, you don't want to burn a bridge or anything like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And but so honestly, how would you say your overall experience was it? With it, getting figure, doing all this stuff. Did you guys feel any pressure from them? Did you guys?
Oh, from them? No, they were very supportive the whole time, and I kept getting little notes saying we love your pics and that sort of thing. So it's very gratifying, to be honest. And the fact that they reached out to pick me for this made me feel really good and gave me a lot of confidence in the shots. So
Yeah, I agree 100%. I was more freaked out because the NDA, but not anything that they say. They were completely supportive. The only thing they told me, and I was expecting this, is that the Bob Reynolds picture shouldn't go. But beside that, everything was really smooth, and they were really professional and really open, and they really liked the idea. So
Yeah.
if they're watching, I would love to do this again.
Yeah, me too.
Well, for other people that are out there, is there something that you think that you did to increase your chances to get picked for a project? Is it?
I honestly could, like I said, like I said, the Gomez isn't something that I collected previously. So, but then I have done a lot of crime photos, and then I've done a lot of Rumble Society. Like I've picked up Woodford, I picked up Crab Louie. I've loved all of those things. So
I would say I created a small Mezco bingo of the things that I wanted to do with Mezco, and I almost have the complete bingo. But the most important thing is you keep posting, you keep tagging them. If you're going to post for Mezco Monday and you want to win, post with a message. If you want to be featured, try to not include figures from other lines unless they are in the back or they are only props or something like that. So try to show something that show the brand and be constant. Try to post 2 or 3 times a week, and try to increase the quality of the pictures and have fun, because that's the most important part. If people notice that you're having fun with your pictures, even if you are not the best technical expert taking pictures, and I am in that place, I will say they will notice and they will contact you. Or some, if it's not Mezco, it's going to be any other company. So have fun and focus on how you are enjoying the process, and eventually the company that you like will contact you and you will be able to do something like this.
Yeah, that's one thing I've tried to tell people too, is like, you just gotta post it. And both of you guys, your catalog, I mean, just scrolling through it, you could see there's like such a variety of different, not only characters but lines. And so it seems like they would look at that kind of stuff and go, this person, I mean, if you're only shooting one thing, they're probably, it probably kind of limits your, visibility with them. Because like you said, Rob, they picked you to do your thing. This is kind of breaking news, MC. I got shipping from Pulse for the snake armor.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Not really.
I just got it too.
Ugh, yuck.
Is that one
Not the
bigger
toy, just,
Is that one bigger than the Mezco?
I'm sorry, huh?
Is that,
Have you seen those pictures lately?
I saw only a couple of ones, but I didn't see the relationship with the figure, so I don't know how big it is.
It's like the figure fixed inside of it, right?
Yes, but I've seen comparisons next to like a HISS tank, and we showed some last week. It's very big.
Oh, Laura's asking a picture. Yeah, I received a briefing. We actually received a briefing, and they give you details of what you do, what you shouldn't do, do's and don'ts. Obviously, we can know it's specific, but they give you some information that you have as a base of what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the question.
Cece, look, Loco's back. Good to see you, man. Good advice. JB, that was my first code as well. Trying to think. Anything that you guys want to close out on with them? I mean, with this figure?
This was a really great experience. And yeah, I can't recommend this figure enough. And this is like my first Gomez. It probably won't be the last one because it's been a total blast. So.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. I'm sorry.
I was going to say Mezco definitely is my favorite line. Has been since I got the Harley Quinn, and this figure definitely blew me away. And I hope for have the opportunity again to take any other figure. And if not, trust me, I will continue doing Mezco Monday, all the stuff that I love.
I think I put you so. Rob, I know you have. I know both you guys have Instagram. Like I said, I'll make sure I put the links in there for you guys and your stuff. You guys got to check them out. Some great stuff. Give you inspiration and also some ideas on. They got chosen, so maybe that's a format you can follow to, get chosen as well. Rob, you have Geeked Out Clique, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to plug that?
We're it's Geeked Out Live. We're every Tuesday at 7:00. Right here. So me, Emerald Night Photos is on there, Night Terrors, and Killzone 619, and then Sid Vicious Toys. So yeah, we have a good time. It's like this. We just hang out, we talk about toys.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. That was really good. I don't do a lot. Yeah, you guys are great, man.
And we love Mezco, so you were the guy to have on there.
That's a plus. That's a plus. You guys seem like you just love toys in general. Like it's a lot of shows. Sometimes conversations they get kind of intense, but
yeah, no. We like I said, we look at the new releases and we're just there to have a good time. We're all just kids that it's just like hanging out with your friends when you're a kid, right? And showing what you got new and who the coolest kid is that has the newest toy.
Well, right now you are. you and Gabe are. One question they had is, how do you guys feel about hand posing?
Oh, you know what? It's fine if that's what your thing is and that's what you like to do. It's not what I do.
Yeah.
I've spent money on dios and love doing setups. So
Yeah, I agree 100%. I particularly love more the crafting process. And
Yeah.
if I do hand posing, I'm going to miss all that. But I have seen amazing poses doing hand posing. I also have seen animations using hands. And they add special effects and other stuff, but it's not stop motion, it's just doing with the hand. It looks really great. I mean, I definitely dig it. It's different.
for me, taking the photos is the fun part. It's my sort of zen space. You know?
Yeah.
Setting up, telling little stories. I know Ian Saunders was one of the other photographers that got to do this release, and one of the best advice he ever gave is like, it's like you're taking a frame of a movie that you're directing, you know, and that's the thing I try to do.
Yeah, I know he got his shots in a little bit later, but it's so cool to see everybody, especially people from the community, but man, they chose some really good people for this one.
That was a mishap. That was by design. No, for real. We're gonna go deeper into that, but it was a plan of two batches of pictures. It was not something that was they delivered the pictures late or something. No, everything was planned.
Oh yeah. I know they have a rollout and everything that they like to follow and stuff, and yeah, I've been on that end too, where you know, like you'll see other shots go out. I had a video once, and part of it was my fault, but it didn't get cleared in time.
Oh.
And so it wasn't part of the rollout like right when it started. But I know they tier out photos and videos and content. They'll tell some people you can do it this time because you know you want to spread it out. But
Yeah.
it's but
I thought
just
I was
meant
posting
everybody's
on
shots.
Tuesday. I thought I was posting on Tuesday
Yeah.
until early Monday morning, and they're like, no, we need you to do it today, you know. And so I rushed out to change it, and I was happy that I didn't have to post on the same day as Jason beat it. So
Yes.
Yeah, I heard there was a couple more people.
It was 4 people. It was Jason, it was Ian, and both of us.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I know D has some. I know his was a solicitation, but I know he has some stuff. So, but he wasn't part of the rollout crew. I wanted to show your video, and then also those little mezzets. Those are so funny, man. I love those. but yeah, you had. I don't think it's what up, but I know you had your video, and it was cool because you showed the box, and I love the sound effects.
I have to say, I don't know where I put the cover of this. That has a cover with the design. I don't know where I put it. I need to check again.
I don't think I can rewind it. Let me go forward, and then that one, dude. I can't. It didn't
always
keep
back
it.
to the Burt Reynolds shot.
I don't know that stash, bro. But yeah, he had his, and so people get a preview of the box and everything. But this was cool, man. Thank you for doing this, because
it's the first time that I do something around this line, so probably I'm going to try to do that more. It was really fun.
And nailed it on the first time.
Yeah, this is good. Shows all the accessories and everything. It's like that. It's a fantastic job, man. But yeah, I'll make sure I put that stuff in there. And then Rob, if you wouldn't mind sending me your the Geeked Out Clique stuff, that way I can put that in there. And you said Tuesday night, right, at 7?
Yeah, Tuesday at 7.
Yeah, see, I listen sometimes.
You're welcome back anytime, Paige.
Oh man, yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. Last time. You guys have anything? MCCC or?
No, thanks for sharing, you guys. That's awesome.
Oh, happy to be here.
It was a pleasure.
I love the promo stuff. We're just going through some of the stuff with you guys in case somebody has questions. Afro Mez. Need more Mezits and Stinkles. Yeah, Christian, I saw that one. That's what I was asking them. Oh, fried. Okay, I have a question for all of you guys, really quick. I was watching a video. I'd never heard of this content creator. I'm not bashing him or anything, but I'd never heard of him, so I can't remember the name. But he was talking about San Diego and some of the exclusives coming up. And I know you guys have exclusives, and I know we're in that season of getting exclusives. But one of the points that he brought up was availability at the convention or availability getting it online. I guess the point of reference company that he was using was NECA because I guess they had the turtles they sold out.
Mm-hmm.
So just want to hear you guys' thoughts like on exclusives. Like, do you think exclusives, con exclusives, should be con exclusives like limited in availability either online or offline? Or
I mean, as someone that isn't going to be able to go to San Diego, you know, like I want to be able to get these figures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally fine with the way things, as far as releases like this go. You know, I think it's fun to open it up. You know, and I know a lot of this had to do with the pandemic, and you know that's changed the way companies rolled out these sort of releases.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, you know, I used to have to, when I would go to Comic-Con, I had to stand in line and get those Hasbro releases and things like that. And it's nice to not have to necessarily do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. The pandemic changed a lot of things, and I think that's one thing that changed for the better. I don't know how, for example, Hasbro exclusive are going to be this year in San Diego Comic Con, but it would be great if they open to everybody. I mean, I don't remember the figure that was exclusive last year. I think it was someone with a robot face. I don't remember the name, but this year is the G.I. band, the evil band. I don't remember, it's Slayer or something. No, and the other thing is the Sauron from X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
3-pack. So if they open that and put it online for everybody to be able to get it, will be great. I don't think it should be closed only for the people that go to the convention.
Yeah. MCCC.
I like that they make it available for everybody, at least a window to order it.
Yeah.
It obviously sucks, you know, limited numbers, so everybody can't always necessarily get it, but at least you get a chance. Better chance than buying a ticket to San Diego and going there.
That's the thing. Though, you know, you can buy a ticket to San Diego and to Comic-Con and still not get that exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, depending on how long you got to wait in line and stuff. That it's just all part of it.
And which line you decide to stand in first, because
Right.
how many people missed out on Mezco because they weren't in line for that first page? I mean,
Yeah.
You were there.
That for San Diego, a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the pictures. That line wrapped around, and it sucks because I think one of the things I saw on the board was, and we've been through this with theme parks. You know how people just stand in line, you just don't know what's going on. Nobody tells you anything.
Yeah.
It was like that, and so they made a very conscious effort to say, okay, we're doing allocations each day. This will be the number. And then, you know, we had guys out there kind of directing people who go, like myself and Darius, who were out there. We say, okay, it wraps around here, you'll go here. But then also we were keeping count. And as soon as you hit the limit, I would count to like whatever the number was. And I would say, okay, you guys, from here on, the line is going to be closed. The daily allocation has been filled for the day. You can come back tomorrow and try again. But anything after this, if you're getting either one of these exclusives, they're not going to be available for the rest of the day. Because you don't want people just standing there.
Right.
Even if you're picking up Snake Eyes. You know, I would say, are you guys getting one of these exclusives? And they'd say, yes. Okay, well, it's done for today. You'll just have to come back tomorrow. You can try again tomorrow. And we'll have allocations for the rest of these days if you have tickets. But you know, nobody wants to stand there. You could be standing in line at another thing, and you're already spending money.
Right.
You know, you want to just keep people informed, but
You need to pick 3 exclusives in 3 different days, and you need to camp out since the day before. That's the only way that for sure you're going to get it.
yeah. CC, what do you think? You think should only be at the con?
Oh, CC, you're muted.
Oh, he is muted.
I'm sorry. I was just saying that would be a huge downer for me since I've never been to a con. So I like the idea that, you know, it's accessible to everybody.
Yeah, I do too. That whole Toy Fair thing really opened my eyes with that. I would spend money to go to Toy Fair to try to get the Toy Fair exclusive, you know, because you know how hard that was to get.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the second year I went, that's when they started putting it online. And I told them, I was like, thank you so much. You don't know how much this means to me, man, because you spend money for tickets. Like here, almost $200 to fly to SDCC, then $40 for a ticket to SDCC, then $80 for exclusive. Like MC said, you're not guaranteed to get, right? And then also, that's not including food. Remember when Son of was on here? He was like, that's not including food or anything else you want to buy. It's just, it's crazy, man.
Hotel, unless you're gonna go there and get back on the next plane out, but you still got Uber fees then, so everything's expensive.
Yeah, when you're at San Diego, they have that little gaslight district or anything, but if you want to go do anything, it's out farther. So you have to take an Uber.
Yeah.
And that's money too, and God, to eat there. It's almost like they know, it's like a theme park. They know people are coming, it's gonna be an influx, and they just charge through the roof for everything. So yeah. That's probably about it. Unless you guys have anything else you want to add. So we hit our time.
Alex,
But 25 shit. That's true.
Well, I'm just happy you had us on tonight. Thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Definitely love the show, and I always doing something here and there, but I'm going to try to turn more often. But thank you for inviting me.
Oh, thank you, Gabe. Here you go. Ding. And Rob. Ding ding. Just to let you know, that has no monetary value. It's like a shroot buck.
It feels like it does.
It's like a shroot buck. Or CC says, like, it's a Stanley nickel. It's not really. All right. Well, dude, thank you guys so much. You two talented bastards. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate you guys. I mean that sincerely. You guys are great, man. I wish I could have. I want to try to find Gabe's picture of his mezzets really quick. But thank you guys, not only for coming on, but for like sharing your photos and stuff like that. Obviously, you get inspiration. Like you've inspired Rob. You inspired me too. I was like, man, I need to paint one of those things. I'm stalling so I can find one. I've seen most of them, like the Robin one. And
I think my favorite is the Ghost Rider one.
oh yeah, if you have one on hand, I could just do that. I'll give you
I don't know if I have one at hand, but let me see. I don't know if this happens to you, but don't you have the problem? Oh, actually, the message. Give me 5 seconds. I will get it here really fast.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's like a cartoon.
Mm-hmm. What was I gonna say? Oh, so next week, I don't know the show that we'll have, but we are leading up to San Diego, so maybe we can do something that kind of ties into that. And then also after San Diego, I'm not stalling with this, but it's been so busy. Everybody will understand later, but
Hmm.
all those back dioramas that are supposed to be giveaways that they can get around to because of this whole thing that's going on right now. We'll jump and we'll swing into that and everything too. Cece, you said you saw Ironheart. You binged watched it already, right?
Yeah. First 3 episodes knocked out.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I personally enjoyed it. I think if you liked the Riri character in Wakanda Forever, I think you'll enjoy the series. I mean, it's a different take. It's inner city Chicago for the most part. So I enjoyed it. It's a lot different. It's not your average Marvel series.
Okay.
So I didn't find the Ghost Rider. Actually, I have like different batches. I don't remember where I put that one, but I have the Batman here.
So good.
I have the guy that lost 2 arms that I need to paste to air.
Look at him.
And I did this before they released the Gomez, the Union Gomez one. So
Mm-hmm.
the original one. This is the original one, Mezco one, and this is the one that I did.
Oh, look at that.
Nice. Well, just so you know, Paige steals all my Mezits when he does a QC check when they come through his hub before they come to my town. It's
I
funny,
do.
Mezco uses black tape, I've been told. Mine always has like masking tape, hockey tape, scotch tape. I've never seen a real Mezco unopened box before.
That's amazing.
So he's got Mezits galore.
It's going through customs.
Yeah.
You know?
They're fentanyl smuggling grubs.
Yeah. Gabe, didn't you do you did a Void Cadet one too, right? A small Void Cadet?
I know. Probably that was me.
Okay.
I did one green as a Martian that I put with the boy cadet. Yeah, the problem is I have like boxes where I put everything that has groups. And so I forget what group goes with what. And then it's really difficult to find those messages. But I know they are in some place.
Yeah. What was it? I was booked. Sorry, face cover. Bad page. There we go. Week of production assistant. Oh, look at it. I was booked to work a week of production assistance on Iron, but I caught COVID and pneumonia the week before, and of course they were like, stay home. Yeah, that sucks, man. You could have been on there and seen some of that stuff. Oh man. All right, that's all I had, guys. Again, thank you guys so much for coming on. I mean, especially because it was so last minute. Sorry, there was so much stuff happening today, but I appreciate you guys sharing your time and your experience, and then also showcasing the figure. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, man.
It was a pleasure. Whenever you want, pick me. I'm always here.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. What was it? Oh, you said that sucked. Only Marvel show I had access to. I can imagine it's probably hard to get on there and do that stuff.
Yeah.
More Halloween Mezits. Yeah, maybe that's a question.
For that.
Yeah.
For a Marvel show?
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, there was a starred one. What was it? Oh, this is a starred one I saw from earlier. Does Mezco give you a general script for? Oh, so I'll clarify just to make sure. I did not do any of the stop motion. That's done by their stop motion guy. So if there was some confusion, I apologize about that. I never take any credit away from Alex. It's a phenomenal talent. He's been doing all that stuff, but he and they did reach out to me just for the voiceover stuff. So I only did lines for them. That's it. And just like these guys, it was a great, it's very easy, very carefree, and they had lines that they wanted read for that, and I gave them variations, and they chose it. So I didn't know what they were going to choose until I actually saw the video. So, but no, I didn't do any of the stop motion stuff. iconic talent that you got to have to do that kind of stuff, and patience too. So.
They keep putting side characters in those videos that I want, like that police captain, right?
Yeah.
I'd love to have that police captain. I'd love to have the lady from the old Doc Knock.
Oh yeah.
Stop motion, like the 1940s.
Oh,
style.
Pepper Press Stopper.
Yeah. I wish they would make that character.
You know, so I tell people all the time when if you go to the booth and stuff like that and you see stuff, they watch all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're there. I know that people say, oh, they don't talk to anybody and stuff like that, but you know, if you like something, I always say tell them. If you like,
But to whom? Because there are so many people there.
I'm telling you, Paige.
oh yeah. I do like.
So can I
always do.
Can I say something, Paige? Like,
Yeah.
let me put it in chat, private chat.
Oh, okay.
Those mummies. I need those mummies.
I need the giraffe. They only have shown an image when they released one of the Gomez. The aging giraffe looks amazing with the neck and everything. I mean, that's great.
Oh no, not that. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah. No. So when you go to the booth, there's usually people there. You know that they're all employees with Mezco and stuff like that, and they're all catching feedback and stuff. Like when I read stuff in the group, I always like make notes, and then when I go there, I usually tell them stuff like process improvement stuff. You know, like shipping. If I get a chance to talk to anybody there, and they're usually pretty good about it, they'll say, hey, what's the pulse of the community like? And I was like, well, these are kind of some of the things that they hit on, you know? Mm-hmm. But if you're there at the booth and you see something, anybody that's back there, all you have to do is say, yo, those mummies are cool. I hope you guys make that, you know? Yeah. Just something like that, because all of them have some kind of like hands and stuff. And they have creative meetings and they say, you know what? The mummies went over very well. Or, you know, everybody's talking about Prepper Press Stopper. Maybe we should do that, you know? So, yeah. And I know they're sitting there and, you know, they're they don't, it's not something they jump out and they go talk to everybody because they're doing certain things that people don't know about behind the desk. But they're very open if you go up there and you say, oh, I like that. I can't tell you how many people asked about the Land Reaper. And that stuff gives them feedback instead of this sucks, pass, hate it, too expensive. I mean, what do you get out of that? And what do you get out of, yo, that Land Reaper's cool. I hope you guys make that. Okay, that's like 20 people that said that today. Maybe we should really look into it. You know, I know it's already been solicited. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Those mummies, though, went over really well with the community. Everybody loved those things.
And those are just kit bashes. Those are like, those are black skulls with some bandage on them.
Yeah. We love them. Like, it just, they look cool. They look like, you know, it's tough to army build, right? With Mezcos, right? Because the price point.
That's sure. For most people, it is.
Yeah. Wow.
Other than Paige, just getting free stuff all the time.
Yeah, no. Dude, I'm serious. I only got like probably 10 things from that. And that's over how many years? That's like 2017. It's like I wish it would be nice, but I wouldn't want that either because then people use that against you. But yeah, just say stuff to them like when you're there, like MC. I get what you're saying, MC. Like MC when he was at MegaCon, he said something to somebody, and it was like okay, because they are on social media, but you know they're not. Like you're dealing with different people, and so let's say the head person is there, and you say that they have a better idea, and that's like direct contact, you know, instead of some of this filtered stuff that we go through, like through message boards, and I mean it never hurts.
And they are always nice. I mean, I really don't know who I was talking to the last time that I went to the convention, but they are always nice to talk to, even if they are not the person that you want to talk to. You talk to them, and they're really nice.
Yeah, they've really tried to open that up. Like they let like Darius is there, and Darius is just a bundle of energy anyway. And he's like, he's seen him in action. He's like, he's just everywhere. And then they, you know, And then he's there, I'm there, and KJ is there, and there's another guy. I don't want to say his name because I don't know if he really wants that put out there.
Docs.
But there's guys all around, and if somebody says something to me, they say I like that or that's cool. I go and I tell the people that are, and or it's brought up in conversation. So it's not like it falls under deaf ears. But if you want to reiterate the point, just it doesn't have to be like a long conversation anyway. If you think it's gonna be uncomfortable, just say, "Yo, man, that looks badass." They always take suggestions. I would love to see that Pepper Prescott.
Yeah.
I think where it gets awkward is when people come up to the booth and they say stuff like they'll go, "When's that? Is that Shadow? Is that all black Doc not coming out?" And it's like you can't say anything.
Yeah, of course.
And then that's where the frustration hits in. Is that coming out? Well, we'll see. We're looking into it. Oh, come on.
Did MezcoCon start yet?
Yeah. I didn't have anybody come up and say that. I haven't seen that yet at all. Have you guys seen any of that this year yet?
I think you put that to bed finally after last year.
That's good. Well, that's why.
Anyway, I like that police captain. That'd be a really cool figure.
It's just Gordon, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Gordon with a
Yeah, it's
different
just
head,
Gordon.
isn't it?
I wouldn't mind if they re-release Gordon with a bad signal again. I would pay for that.
That's a great figure.
On a new body, I would love that. Like
A new body with that Gordon would be great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the bad signal again.
He's kind of stiff.
Have you guys seen? If you go back to the older videos, the Agent Gomez one that I was talking about before, I keep hoping that they'll make that pig brute guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but when I think about it, it would be on the body that the Bluto body, and I'm like, no, that's okay. Maybe they can wait until they come out with this bigger, better body for him to do it. At least a little bit more range of motion. But
yeah,
like you said, there's a bunch of characters they could do, even from the comics. There's just
They have so many things. Do you remember the Green States video where they showed the mutated dog?
Oh yeah.
A dog that is kind of a creature from The Thing, the movie.
mm-hmm.
I would love to have that dog. I don't think they are going to go there, but it will be amazing.
Which video is that from, or which was?
Not Theodore Sotcolor, the other figure that is related with the Gangrene Estates. I don't remember the name. He's a guy with mask, kind of a Jason variation.
Theodore
Sod Cutter?
No, the other one.
The green one though, right?
Alistair
The green
Gangrene?
Yes.
Green.
So
from the comic? Yeah.
yes. But I think it probably I'm misremembering, but I thought it appeared on the video. Didn't it?
I'm trying to remember. I remember
Probably was the comic. You're right.
because that's the little kid and everything.
Mhm,
The kid
yeah.
sees it, and then that's how the kid gets kind of whatever mutated thing.
Yeah, you're right. It's a comic.
Yeah, there was somebody that asked about that. I can't even remember her name because it was what's her? It was in the Doc Nocturnal Black Chihuahua or something like that. The spider lady.
Oh, the Spider Lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I asked Alex about that. I was like, "Is that?" And he goes, and most of that stuff is just put together with other figures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me the recipe for that, and I was like, "Wow, he is so talented, man. He builds all that stuff. He kit bashed all those characters that he makes, and I love watching his behind the scenes. He just puts a lot of work into it, but yeah, if those characters are there and people want to see it, definitely just go by the booth and say, yeah, I'd love to see. I started that. Sorry, I missed it. I'd love to see that kind of stuff, like from you guys. Or are you guys planning on doing that? I'd love to see that. Just stuff like that. They're not going to look at you, huh?
Someone was telling me today they'd love an accessory pack that's just the little animals, like the pigeons and the rats.
The rats, yes.
Nosferatu's wolves. It'd just be a fun little accessory thing for people. People love little animals like that.
Yeah,
it just fills out a photo.
Yeah, I just got a new Nosferatu just for the rats. I don't want the Nosferatu. I only want the rats.
That's something. I want the skulls with big hats. Oh yeah, I remember those. Those like I know what she's talking about. I was wondering if they would be like really bold about doing the you remember the stripper pink skulls? The ladies of the night or something like that. I was always wondering, are they gonna do that? But I was honestly really surprised that they did this Agent 75, because you know how the times are now, everything's kind of, and then I remember we talked about it last time on the show, the whole Vaporoni thing, how that kind of there was a race car play with that. And so when I saw this first, I go, ooh, I hope this goes over well. Cause there's always like little stuff like people, like with Bartholomew Vex, how people like connect that to, call. So there's certain things.
Like Shaft and those type of characters though are so iconic though. I think they can get away with
the owl guy with the.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
that's another hot topic for a minute.
I think anytime they do the horror characters though, you're gonna have that element that comes in and likes to complain about it.
The owl is from a movie that was
really
niche movie, so that was really unexpected.
Yeah, they had a history with Laurie. Like when they first started out, they did that figure, like before.
MDX, right?
I think it was the MDS one, and it was really cool. It went over well. It was like a cult kind of thing, and then they brought it back, and so I need fashion packs, animal packs, stuff like that. And those are like little kits and stuff like that. That's what I would say. If you have that kind of stuff, just be like, yo. Okay, when you go by the booth and be like, hey, man, I love this. More mezzes.
Give me some rats.
Actually, now that you're saying, I told them, like, the last convention that I need more message because they stopped delivering message for a while. I told them, why stop? I love them, and I think a lot of people love them. Why are you stopping this? And, like, months later, they were delivering messages again. I'm not saying that I had anything to do with that, but it was nice.
I know sometimes they run out, so yeah, but it's always good, man. They're always there for feedback. I know. I'm hoping that this year with like more of the coverage that happens there, they'll see because they do have I think they do have a stigma of like they're kind of. It's not abrasive, but they're kind of like, okay, here's the product, and we hope you like it, kind of thing. But they're opening up more, and I'm hoping that this year people will kind of see that a little bit more. As like you said, when did you go? When did you?
Last year.
Oh, last year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I see you there?
I don't think so. No, no.
Well, I mean,
I went to San Diego and New York Comic Con last year.
Oh, I was at both. Yeah, wow.
Man, we need to plan in advance.
Well, we're trying to do also for a heads up for you. We're also trying to do like a Mezco collectors meetup.
Nice.
So, are you doing one day? Or are you doing?
I'm doing, I think, 3 days.
Okay, we're gonna try to do it.
Find Saturday.
Okay, good. Yeah, we're gonna try to do it Saturday night. So that way we can, we can just get people from the community, get kind of people all together, meet up and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're there, man, make sure you just kind of like tap in with them. They listen to stuff. They're good. Was it cons aren't for everyone? Maybe they should sell hard to get figures at the con. Cons aren't for everyone. Maybe they should sell hard to get figures at the con. Do you mean like exclusives, or because they have exclusives, and then they have also other figures that they put up there too, like random ones. Yeah. Well, I said we were gonna do an hour, and we went over. Cece's looking at me. Cece's like,
just a little bit.
I have a habit. I talk a lot, so I guess it'd be better if we were than just sitting here like this, right? Just.
Look, we love Mezco. We love talking about Mezco. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's like love talking about toys, man. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. we got some good stuff coming up too. So
Yeah. We're the cool kids that got the new stuff. So
yeah, you guys are. Yep. Thank you again, guys. Appreciate you guys. Do you have anything that you guys want to plug? I mean, we talked about it, but stuff that you want to plug?
I have a giveaway coming. I think I'm still planning, but I think I'm going to give away dog nocturnal helicopters or variations for the 3,000 followers that I should get soon, I hope.
Oh, nice.
And probably something else. I'm still planning, but mostly sure it's going to come next week. So if you follow, or if you're following already and you want to pay attention, I will post something this week and you will be prepared for the giveaway next week.
Yeah, I don't understand why you're not over 3. Seriously, like it's really great stuff, man.
Thank you.
And you do. I love how you also in your videos too, like you give shot breakdown stuff, and then you also do behind the scenes. You've always been really open. I've messaged you quite a bit, and you've always been really nice about sharing information and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully. What are you're at now? What? 10 people. 10 people.
Almost there. But for real, if any of you have any question about anything, I'm not an expert. I try to figure out the way. If you want to try something, I have more or less some idea I can help you. And if not, we can figure out together. I really love to have this community to discuss things like, oh, I want to build a house. How do I start? Do I use balsa wood or do I use cardboard? Those kind of things really fascinate me. And although I'm not an expert, I'm totally open to go with you and try to figure out how to do stuff.
Excellent. And then, like I said, I'll put your stuff in the bottom. And then, Rob, let me get your stuff. So you can plug your stuff. There you go.
I said I'm on Geeked Out Live every Tuesday night at 7. If you look at the second page there, I got to do my second pinned photo there. I got to do the cover for Pixel Dan's new book.
Oh wow!
Congrats.
Which was the history of Ninja Turtle figures. So that pre-order is going up soon. So if you liked Dan's history of Motu figures, this thing's going to be awesome. Looks like it's going to be a pretty big volume of toys and pictures to look at. So
yeah, 88 to 93. Jeez.
I'm going to take that one and take it to Legion's Con for you to sign it.
I was very lucky and very proud to get to work on the book. I just did the cover, but
just the cover.
Yeah,
that's what Fabio says too, right?
You're like just the what you call it? Just the first thing that everybody's gonna see.
I'm so excited to get to go into like a Barnes and Noble or something and see one of my toy picks though. That's like a
so this will be
bucket list.
This will be in major retailers,
as far as I know. Yeah.
Oh wow! Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Very nice.
It was a very fun project. Very fun project.
Do you know like details like price point and when it's coming out?
I don't know the price point, and I know the pre-order should be up soon. Mm-hmm. So that's all I know. Dan put up an updated cover with like different lettering and stuff that looks awesome. He posted that recently. There it is, right there. Nice. Yeah, I love the logo on the new updated cover.
That's a big book, man.
Yeah.
I don't know the price range personally, but like I said, I'm just the guy that took the photo for the cover. My friend built the dio for me, and we were emulating the first cover of TMNT #1 with the original, but with the original classic toys. So
nice, man.
Great shot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Congrats, man. Congrats.
Do you own those toys or they provided those to you?
I had to go buy the toys.
Oh, okay.
That's all right. I was happy to do that also.
Yeah. MCCC, you want to take us out?
CC.
CC's like, huh? He's like mute.
MC?
I got. Not much. I mean, just thank you guys for sharing. It's really kind of you to take out of your busy schedule. Obviously, you guys have had a busy week shooting photos, and then to talk about the figure more and to show off more. That's great, you guys. We appreciate it. And I know that everybody watching is very happy to see it too. So,
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, we just appreciate you guys being on with us tonight. I don't have anything else to add.
You guys rock. Thank you.
Super happy.
Appreciate it. Seriously, man, appreciate you guys. Thank you. You could have hoarded all of this good energy and you decided to come on and be with us. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. And if you tuned in, again, make sure you follow these guys. I'll update everything. I think this is like the 80th time I said, but I'll put all the links and everything in the bottom so you'll be able to find these guys. You know, Gabriel's 10 away. Hopefully we can get that done so he can do his giveaway and also support good artists. Rob too. Support the book. And then if you guys watch the show, whether it was in part or you watch the whole thing, because I see a couple people that are here from the beginning to end, I appreciate you. If you're catching replay, appreciate you again. Thank you guys for sharing your time. Be prepared. Not just words, be prepared.
Ooh.
We had this today. They said multiple exclusives, so probably have another one dropping. I'm saying that because it says exclusives plural. So that's probably coming up. And then also, I would think, I looked at the last time for the last couple years, and we usually have gotten the itinerary close to this time. So that'll give people an idea of what's going on. And then San Diego will be on the horizon, and I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot of very good stuff.
Awesome.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
Anytime.